This is News 8 Now at noon.
Good afternoon, and thank you for watching News 8 Now. I'm Sophia Pullman. The election is just 2 weeks away. Former Justice Dan Kelly and Judge Janet Protasiewicz had their only election debate yesterday. This election will decide what majority controls the court, with issues like abortion access and redistricting on the line. Wisconsin's district lines were last drawn in 2022 by a GOP legislator and have faced criticism. One reporter asked how Protasiewicz would show fairness following her criticism of districts in Wisconsin. Protasiewicz said she doesn't think anyone believes the maps are fair. Kelly responded saying Protasiewicz is letting her personal politics get in the way.
I can assure you that every single case that I will ever handle will be rooted in the law, 100%. You look at the dissent in that maps case. That dissent is what I would tell you I agree with.
See, this is a judicial election. You should be talking about things that the courts do, the Constitution, the rule of law, judicial philosophy, what it takes to be a good jurist, how you do the analysis to squeeze out personal views.
Concerns about personal philosophies have been a consistent issue. Wisconsin Supreme Court is traditionally a nonpartisan race, but Kelly has long ties to the Republican Party.
I call on you to do better.
Wisconsin Democrats are restoring a bill to repeal the state's 1849 abortion ban. Governor Tony Evers and Democratic colleagues reintroduced the measure at a press conference. Democrats introduced the bill last June before the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, but was rejected by the Republican-controlled legislature. Evers says statewide poll data shows where Wisconsinites stand on abortion access and that Democrats will continue to fight for the will of the people.
What this bill will do is simple. It will restore access to safe, legal abortion in Wisconsin to what it was on June 23rd, 2022, nothing more and nothing less.
The Democrats' action comes a week after Republicans introduced a bill that would allow exceptions for rape and incest to the state ban and clarify abortions to protect the health of the mother. Republican Assembly Speaker Robin Vos called their bill a reasonable middle ground. Evers said last week he would veto that bill because Wisconsin women would have fewer abortion rights than when Roe was in place.
Well, it sure was a pretty wet start this morning, basically left off from what we had overnight when we had some of those passing rain showers move through. In our far northern counties did even see a little bit of snow here overnight, but that wasn't the case really for everyone, though. We are looking at some clearing conditions, but the clouds, though, are still hanging on, and we're not really looking at a whole lot of sunshine at all here throughout today, as a matter of fact. Current temperature is 45 in La Crosse now, one of the warmer spots, really, and Boscobel at 46 here, too. Winona's at 34, much cooler further north, up towards Eau Claire at 34 degrees. Black River Falls at 42. So we have a combination of 30s and 40s. A lot of us will see the 40s throughout the afternoon. Cloudy skies through at least 3 o'clock. We could see some partial clearing around 5 before those clouds redevelop as we head into the evening hours. But overall, a mostly cloudy day, seasonable temperatures, and light west to northwesterly winds at around 5 to 10 miles or so. Stay tuned. We'll have a check on your full weather forecast. I'll let you know if there are any more precipitation chances in the near future for this week. Sophia?
Viroqua is now home to a brand new child care center. The center is owned by Viroqua Area Schools and is expected to address a child care shortage in the Viroqua area. According to a district administrator, over 250 children in Viroqua need care, and parents have been forced to make ends meet.
We have multiple that are live here, work here, but are driving to other communities for child care. Grandparents or flexible schedules with every day maybe somebody different that's watching their child.
The new learning center's capacity is 110 people. For now, the center will care for 40 children. The learning center is hosting an open house. Community members are welcome to attend. More details can be found at news8000.com. When we come back, monthly car payments are on the rise. We'll share some tips to keep you from breaking the bank after the break. High prices and high interest rates are driving up monthly car payments, and there's concern another rate hike will further hurt sales. CBS Nancy's Chen visited a dealership near Portland, Maine, and
At Lee Auto Mall, just outside Portland, Maine, it's been hard to keep cars on the lot. But high sticker prices, fueled by high demand, combined with high interest rates, are making it increasingly challenging for buyers.
We're still seeing very strong demand, but you can feel it that it's slowing down.
Although prices have dipped slightly from historic levels, new cars still come out to nearly $50,000 and used $28,000 on average. Combined with APRs that can be as much as 11%, monthly payments are skyrocketing. 1 in 6 people who have recently financed a new car committed to monthly payments of $1,000 or more, the highest on record.
If rates keep going up and people can't buy cars, it means we won't order more cars.
So it locks up everything.
It does.
Demetrius Thrasher depends on his vehicle to make food deliveries just outside Atlanta. After a crash totaled his previous car last summer, the Navy veteran reluctantly purchased a new one for about $25,000 more than he wanted to spend.
I called around to the other dealerships throughout the state of Georgia, and they were like, we got nothing.
Thrasher says he's now paying about $1,000 a month for his car and has had to defer payments twice. Delinquencies for auto loans 60 days or more past due is up 20% from last year.
Consumers are served a double whammy because car prices are high and interest rates are high.
Jessica Caldwell analyzes auto transactions for Edmunds, a car shopping platform for new and used vehicles. She says there is a bright spot for those looking for a car now.
We are seeing some automakers actually offer incentives, and we haven't seen that in a while.
Also, make sure to shop car loans for the best deal on interest rates and terms, and be patient.
Is there a sense of drive the car until the wheels fall off?
I think that there really is that sentiment, and that honestly is the best advice.
Nancy Chen, CBS News, Westbrook, Maine.
As we head to break, here's a live look at the New York Stock Exchange. Stay with us. A special live interview is next.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. We are honored to host a special guest this afternoon, Peter Feigl. Peter is a Holocaust survivor and the only living diarist of the book Salvaged Pages, Young Writers' Diaries of the Holocaust. He will speak at Viterbos University at the Holocaust Education's Workshop tomorrow at 7. Thank you for being here, Peter. How are you?
Thank you very much. Fortunately, at my age, I'm quite well at age 94.
Crazy, you don't look 94.
That's what everyone says.
Everyone tells you? Can you tell me a little bit about your story?
Well, essentially, I'm a Holocaust survivor. I lived through the Second World War. I was fortunate enough to have, on numerous occasions, met people who did the right thing. If it had not been for that, I wouldn't be here speaking to you tonight, or today, I should say. And I have the good fortune of having been invited to speak this evening to a number of citizens of La Crosse, Wisconsin, to have the opportunity to tell them about what happens during a war, during a Holocaust, what it is like to be persecuted, and why it is absolutely essential for people to become involved when they see injustices, no matter when and where, because it is the right thing to do. And in addition to that, it's a matter of self-preservation. If you stand by and witness injustices being committed, there is no such thing as waiting for something else to happen, for someone else to correct it. It behooves you to correct it and to stop it right then and there. Because if you don't, the next time you might be part of that minority that is being persecuted, whatever that reason might be. It could be because of the color of your skin, because it's darker, or you speak with a foreign accent, or it might be you're in that minority of redheads with freckles. But whenever someone takes power and tries to overrule the law of the country, then that person will have to have some scapegoat on which to blame whatever it is he or she is unable to deliver, the promises that are undelivered. And for that, in the case of Germany, it was the Jews who represented that minority. They represented less than 1% of the total population of Germany at the time. So watch it, be careful, And when you see an injustice, stop it right then and there.
What is the workshop going to look like this weekend?
Well, this workshop is going to address some 70 or 75 teachers who will be there, and they are predominantly teachers who are teaching history and the Holocaust to their students, and it's very important for them to hear firsthand, and there are fewer and fewer of survivors, and in addition to that, I have had the smartness back then to write not one but 2 diaries to support what I tell to the teachers today. And they are the ones who are passing what I have to say to students, the future generation, and it's their own life that will be impacted by what the teachers are learning today.
How long did it take you to feel comfortable sharing your story?
It took me quite some time. It was not until the 1990s that I really became involved in teaching the Holocaust when I was in retirement in Florida. And as Florida mandated the teaching of the Holocaust, and at that point the local newspaper asked me to speak to the teachers who had been tasked with teaching a subject of which they knew nothing. So that was a great opportunity, and many other states have now also adopted legislation mandating the teaching of the Holocaust. I wish that the remainder of the states would do as well.
Well, thank you very much, Peter. It's an honor to have you here, and I hope everyone heads out to the workshop, and a large crowd is expected. If you've already registered, make sure to show up before 6:30 to ensure you get a seat. We have more information at news8000.com. Thank you again, Peter.
Thank you very much.
Here's a live look through CityCam 8. Derek is in next with our forecast.
Well, sir, it's a cloudy start here to the afternoon. Basically what we had here this morning, which was the gloomy skies. And of course, we did have a little bit of some light rain here this morning. CityCam 8 showing those thick cloudy skies that we're dealing with right now. 45 degrees is the current temperature. It does feel like, however, 41 when you factor in the wind chill. We do have a south-southwest wind at around 8 miles an hour that we're currently working with now in La Crosse. Meanwhile, to the north in Eau Claire, a little bit gusty. 26-mile-per-hour wind gusts just recently reported out of the west-southwest, which are currently sustained at around 17 miles an hour. 35 degrees is our current temperature in Eau Claire. And we got cloudy skies right now that continue to move in from the west, but we're drying out here a little bit, so we're not seeing any really precipitation. However, we are under the influence of this trough of low pressure. Currently well positioned to our north, but you can see we're under the influence of its frontal boundaries, so that continue to move through the upper Midwest right now. And behind that front, our temperatures are going to cool down as we head into the day tomorrow. For the rest of the afternoon, mostly cloudy around 3 o'clock, 49 degrees. We see a little bit of some peaks of sun potentially around 5 o'clock, 47 being the temperature. Then we got cloudy skies once again as we head into the evening hours. Temperatures at around 43 degrees by 7. Mainly cloudy skies right now. Sky Tracker showing that clearly, but a few glimpses of some sun are possible around 5 o'clock for portions of the La Crosse area and into Sparta potentially before those clouds begin to redevelop. And then skies turn mostly cloudy again as we head into the early evening hours. Now by 1 o'clock overnight tonight, we may be watching another system, very weak one down in the south, potentially giving some snow here just south of Prairie du Chien and Boscobel around 1 o'clock, while the rest of us are just looking mainly cloudy for tonight. The cloud cover will continue for the most part as we head into early morning tomorrow, and really throughout much of the morning also still remaining cloudy. So it's really done until around 5 or 6 p.m. in the day tomorrow where we start to see those clouds clear out, and we'll see a little bit more sunshine to work with during the later afternoon hours. So this front's going to pass through. That's going to give us some cooler weather to work with a little bit for tomorrow. Also allow that precipitation to transfer over more so to snow. You can see that narrow band of snow setting up well to our south, so really not a whole lot of us are going to be dealing with that here. But by tomorrow afternoon, high pressure back to the west, well, that's going to move east, and that's going to help get rid of the remaining cloud cover, dry us out, give us some more sunshine to work with, and you'll see that here, as a matter of fact, on the 8-day forecast as we head into tomorrow, and also especially as we head into your Friday. Skies will turn mostly sunny, a little bit cooler though for Friday with a high of about, or warmer I should say, for Friday with a high of about 48 degrees. We are going to warm up our temperatures into the low 50s as we head into this weekend under mostly cloudy skies though. There is a slight chance of snow perhaps on Monday, but other than that, it looks like it's going to be pretty dry here for a while. Mostly sunny for your Tuesday and then cloudy for Wednesday. At least our temperatures, though, Sophia, should be pretty seasonable. Highs in the 40s, low 50s, and those lows will be into the 20s and low 30s.
Hey, that's what I like to hear. This is my weekend coming up.
Oh, there you go.
We will be right back after the break.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
The La Crosse Public Library is making parents' lives just a little easier. This is the Tot Spot, a reserved workspace for caregivers. It was installed last week, and library employees say the community has already shown interest. It's equipped with everything caregivers need to get some important work done and keep an eye on the little one.
Maybe they need to apply to jobs, maybe they just need to work on the computer for a little while, and so this is a really great spot for them to come to where their child can be entertained and they can get some work done.
Library employees are thinking about expanding depending on community interest. Stay with us. We will have one more check of your forecast when we return.
49 degrees for the afternoon, mainly cloudy skies. For tomorrow, partly cloudy, slightly cooler with a high of 44. We do warm up into the upper 40s on Friday, mostly sunny. Low 50s though this weekend under mainly cloudy skies.
Thanks, Derek, and thank you for watching News 8 Now. You can catch us later at 5 and 6.